Alright guys, what's up? What's up? Sorry for the late start. 5 minutes late. I was, you can tell from the face, I was playing some VR stuff, so I lost track of time. Splash, Wolf Games, Pika-some, welcome to the stream, guys. 1 second here while I figure out the audio. Let me know if you guys are hearing this, because I should be hearing it, I think. I think I should. No, I've never heard it. Never mind. Never mind. I've never heard the audio from these streams. It's been 2 weeks. I still need to get that figured out. My Switch audio setup has just been terrible since I started streaming Switch stuff. Gaming On, welcome, welcome. How's everybody been? It's been, I guess, what, 2 weeks? Maybe, not quite 2 weeks since the last stream. How are you guys doing? Good to see ya. Yeah, hopefully today we can get the Skwovet. I hunted a little tiny bit off stream, without the counter running, but the counter's not accurate anyway, don't tell anyone. For anyone who's unaware, the counter up there, I believe, yeah, it's not accurate in any capacity. It, 100% was just kind of a educated guess as to where I am capture-wise. So it's basically going to be on-stream encounters is what I'm going to be counting. But how you guys been? I missed ya. Hopefully the past few days, it's like past few weeks have been good for y'all. I've personally been playing a lot of VR stuff. Trying to get back to where you were in Shield. Did you reset the game? I'm also gonna have to get used to the Switch controller, the Pro controller again. Like, I feel like I'm not gonna have to, but I also kind of feel like I'm gonna have to. Does anyone else play, I guess, like, either on Xbox or on PC with an Xbox controller, and then come over to the Switch for whatever, and it always takes a little bit to get the controls right again? Yo, Juan, welcome to the stream, because, you know, I have got this on my desk, and then I've got this on my desk, and A, B, X, Y are inverted. And, yeah, I don't know, I'm feeling that with these menus already. Or either one I come to, either system I come to, I end up having that problem. Do you know your favorite Pokemon? I don't know. What's your favorite Pokemon, man? I'm gonna take a random shot at Squirtle, because that's one of my favorites. I had to get a new Switch. That's unfortunate. See, here is why, like, that kind of reason is the reason why I understand why saves are on the Switch now, but I also, that's why I'm always concerned about it. Like, despite a cartridge being smaller, that kind of helps in the fact that there's fewer things to go wrong compared to a Switch Duat, maybe. Oh, is that your picture? I didn't even notice. That would make sense if that is your picture. I think we've been over this. I have really, really tiny avatar pictures, so I, like, never can tell what they are. Or at least it'll, like, take me a long time to figure out what, like, people's avatar pictures are. Just because they're so tiny on my screen. I've had that issue with emojis apparently too. I thought a panda was a skull, I think that's what it was. I think people were posting the panda and it was actually a skull. I might be wrong. That was a few months back. Oops. Oops, not the Wooloo. Dog. Favorite Pokemon is dog. Not one of the dog Pokemon, just dog. His favorite Pokemon's Daisy. You know, I really feel like I've had audio, but I also know I haven't because I haven't worn headphones for like 90% of my Switch streams, or yeah, 90% of my Switch streams, just because I don't get the audio right. It feels weird. Not gonna lie. Dog is grandbaby. Juan's getting old. He's a granddad. Granddad to some puppies. Aha, there's a Skwovet. What number's on my uniform? Sword, shield? Good question. Might be like, what did I put as my number? I think it might have been like 50 something. I can see that in the trading card, right? On the league card. Is it there? Is it? Yeah, 57. Like, let's go look at the league card and then stand right in front of the spot we need. What's your favorite Pokemon? Kind of don't know, but you think you might. It's just gonna take someone saying it and then you're like, aha, that's it. Right? Like, you guys ever have that where it's like you have no clue what you would want to do with a choice, but then as soon as someone chooses one of the options, you're either like excited or disappointed? That's what we gotta do with gaming on here. Out of the like nearly 1,000 Pokemon, if we name off every single one, he'll eventually go, yeah, that's the one. I am gonna go with Spinda. No reasoning at all behind it. He's like, yeah, now I don't want that, yeah. Not Spinda. Alright, we've narrowed it down by 1. We're getting closer. Still far away, but closer. Alola Mola. Magikarp, yes. Yo, Shiny Lucario, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. What you been up to, man? Both me and Rainbow are streaming? Nice, what's Rainbow? I'm assuming Rainbow's shiny hunting, or what's Rainbow hunting? Not the flatfish or the heartfish. But what about the other heartfish? Is Love Disc the right one? Getting the urge to play Sonic 06. Do it. Do it. It's because of the Sonic movie, isn't it? That's the entire reason they made it, was just to get people to play Sonic 06 again. Subliminal messaging. Whole way through. Only one more month till it's your 13th birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Splash. Fun fact, yesterday was my birthday. Gyarados, specifically male Gyarados. This is Delphox? Okay. Okay. I think Cinder would be excited that someone enjoys Delphox. I know I think she always gets heated at people that really diss on, like, Delphox and everything. Are you gonna watch the Sonic movie on Saturday? I've heard good things about it. Like, I have heard a couple people be like, oh, it's a generic, like, kids action movie, but, like, yeah, it's Sonic, that's what it was gonna be. But I have heard many people say, go watch it ASAP. So, hope you enjoy it. You'll have to let me know how it is, man. Favorite Chinese Noivern. Cool, cool. Yeah, for me, favorite Pokemon, Rowlet. I think that's pretty well known. I mean, even Juan's got the Rowlet next to his name. Juan, I just realized, man. I just realized, Juan, you've been a member for a year. When did that happen? When did that happen? Because that's what the purple Rowlet is. I'm trying to think, is Cinder at the 2-year then? So, I just want to say, because I brought it up, thank you, Juan, for the support for the past year. As a member, I do appreciate it. Final form of Gen 6 starter. Yeah, it is the final form of Fennekin. Hopefully I can get back into shiny hunting some more, even outside of streams. I don't know about you guys. Thinkers changed last stream. Really? Really? I didn't notice it then, but I think it might have just been because Cinder's had that for like a year. Maybe a year? I'm not sure. I don't know. With how inconsistent my streaming schedule's been, I've kind of lost track of the time. Sorry the stream was further back for you. Also, birthday. Also, birthday. You're 20 next month. The big 2-0, man. But the next console from Nintendo is going to be VR, and they will make a great Pokemon game for it. No. Nintendo is not going to go to VR outside of, like, the Labo stuff they did for a while. I feel that there is still a bad Virtual Boy flavored taste in their mouth, despite it being, like, 30 years. Almost 40 years now. Since it happened, but yeah. I don't know, and here's my stance on VR for that kind of thing. I wouldn't be opposed to a console having something like the PSVR, having levels of, sorry, one of my monitors is kind of crooked and it's bothering me. I gotta fix it. There you go, sorry about that. But I wouldn't be opposed to there being VR capabilities with the system, like with a VR headset accessory. A fully VR system is just a bad idea. Despite it being this cool thing that is maturing, and you have PSVR, you have the Oculus. I have an Oculus myself, and that's... again, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, it's fading away, but you can see like a ring around my eyes that is the VR headset that I was wearing while playing some racing games. It's good and it's fun. I don't want to do it for every single game. I would not ever want to do a VR Pokemon game. The amount of time I spend playing Pokemon at every given point, that would ruin my eyes and I would be so motion sick by the end of it. Because I just play so long with Pokemon. So that's really where I feel VR is. VR is a cool style of way to, like a cool way to play. It's not the future of how everything will be played, I feel. I might be wrong though, I might be wrong, but that's my opinion, especially on the current state of VR. Having to wear the big bulky headsets, not really being able to like walk around conveniently, just the general fact that processing power isn't quite there, especially in consoles, to hold VR at like the peak performance for very long. Like PSVR works, but like I don't see a Nintendo console for the next 10 years being able to do that. Not to like rain on the VR parade or anything. I don't want to be like a big downer. It's just I feel like that's where realistically I think VR is. It's a cool thing to have for some games. It's not going to work as the only way your console runs. Happy late birthday! Thank you, Shiny Lucario. I appreciate it. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stream yesterday, and I ended up having a dinner with family and stuff. So that's why there wasn't a stream yesterday for the birthday. They can cover it up. They basically have. They like don't acknowledge it at all. Been a member for so long, don't even have a Rowlet. It's the invisible Rowlet. I meant to say happy birthday. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We need Beat Saber on Switch because Switch is capable of VR. I would argue the Switch is not quite capable of that VR. The Switch I would definitely put in the realm of better than last gen consoles, like better than a 360, better than PlayStation 3. In most regards, even then, it's kind of on par with those more so power-wise, I feel. A little bit better. It can do Labo VR, it can't do Beat Saber. I would not trust it to run Beat Saber well. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes you forget to add words in the sentence, it's all good. We gotta go. Alright, see you later, Gaming On. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope to see you again soon. Trying to shiny hunt Ralts, but need egg move on it. I got you. So you're like breeding for it then, I'm guessing? Yo, Timmy the Turtle, what's going on, man? How's it going? It's going well. Going well, just got started streaming a little bit ago. Hopefully we can find a Skwovet. It's been so long since I found a shiny. In large part due to the fact I haven't done a lot of shiny hunting compared to what I usually do. But that's besides the point. I don't know, I'm hundreds of encounters beyond where I would have expected to get one at this point. Ignore the 721 in the corner, it's not super accurate. Came out in second in a big Pokemon tournament today. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. That's really cool, dude. Yeah, Gen 8's the first time I've actually done competitive stuff. I actually surprisingly enjoy it. I don't know. I feel like after having shiny hunted for so long, like I'm used to playing Pokemon to get ridiculously rare things, but aside from for the sake of collecting it and for the sake of completion, I haven't had nearly as much of a reason to like grind on stuff, like aside from that. So doing competitive, like I made one competitive team, probably not even that good, but it did the job for what I needed it to do. But like being able to spend that time IV, like, you know, breeding for IVs and EV training and stuff, excuse me, it was actually really enjoyable. I didn't expect it to be as enjoyable as it was, as someone who's not big into strategy in most things. So that was really fun. Congrats on the second place in the tournament, dude. How many people were in it, or is it just a lot of people you couldn't even count? Came down to Inteleon. 37 people who had entered it. Dude, nice, man. That's awesome. Impressive. Terry the Tree, welcome to the stream. Squirrel time. Squirrel time indeed. Hopefully we can get a shiny squirrel today. Don't like the new last Pokemon gym battle theme. Like, you don't like the like actual gym leader battle music? See, I enjoy it, but I can understand some people not liking it as much. I think I had a kind of conversation with friends about it, and like the music in Gen 8, while really good, isn't music that I think people are gonna go, aha, that's Pokemon music, like almost every other gen does. Right? Like you can just hear, it doesn't matter what generation of Pokemon it is, you just kind of hear music and go, that's Pokemon music. And it feels like Gen 8 doesn't have the same feel to its music. Like it's good music, it's just busier than most Pokemon music has been. Yo, Z Koto, I think, Z Toko, I definitely mispronounced it the first time. Maybe I got it right the second time. Just received the notification. Well, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Haven't played Sword Shield since January and haven't touched it since. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like something was almost like magical about Sun and Moon. Despite, you know, people being able to argue if they were the better games or if they were better games in the series or not, something with Sun and Moon just clicked with the entire community in a way that I don't think a lot of games have since. Or maybe we're all just people who happen to have it click for Gen 7, and there's a whole other completely different group of people that it happened for Gen 8. But yeah, like, Gen 7, I played Sun and Moon especially for like 5 to 6 months. I played daily for hours. I would get home from class and I would just turn on Netflix, get on Discord with friends, and shiny hunt. That's what I did. even, you know, before I got home from classes, between classes, I would play. I would basically play until I went to sleep. Like, I think what it is because the Switch is a hybrid console and you can do so much more with it, it's like, it's different from the 3DS where it's like, I'm only playing Pokemon. But it's a 3DS, that's fine. That's basically what it is a Pokemon machine. The Switch, though, it's like, I've got Spyro, I've got Link's Awakening, I have all these other actual options that I want to play. That might be it. If you had a gym, what type would you use? What Pokemon? Grass, just because I want to use a Rowlet. I would really want to use 6 Rowlets, but I feel like that might be against the rules. I like to use gimmicks in your competitive teams to try to sweep with weak Pokemon. I feel like that'd be fun. I'd have to learn some gimmicks, though. Last Friday you got shiny Rockruff. Used a weird strategy to get it because of Sandstorm, or which the strategy worked. Hey, as long as it works, doesn't matter if it's weird or not, right? Like the regular theme, not the last Pokemon theme. Oh, you don't like the... So you don't like the chanting part of the theme, then? I don't know, I feel like the build-up that it kind of has as it goes through is kind of nice. And again, I did like the ending, but I can understand the criticisms of it. Finally reached Victory Road in Emerald. Not sure if you're under-leveled. Your strongest Pokemon is Carnivore and only 46. As someone who admittedly over-levels like crazy, I would feel very under-leveled there, but if you've made it that far, honestly, you might have a chance. Probably have a pretty good chance. About the same level. Okay. Yeah, because you see, I always really over-leveled, especially when I like played through Gen 3 and stuff. Didn't want to be losing. Didn't really have a strategy going into those, so... You know how it be. You get a gym remain would be Duat, but your gym would be every type because that sounds cool. So many trainers who are like, oh, I don't know what to go into this. I don't know the type advantage. So that really feels like the one thing with gym leaders. It's almost like the way that you would say in lore they managed to nerf like some of the best trainers in the league. Is be like, oh, they only have one type. Like you have to give these trainers a blatant advantage. Should you grind more? If you're the same level as them, and you know what you're doing, you should be fine. Take some like healing potions and stuff in to heal up between each of the Elite Four. And you should be okay. Over level 2. I was like the most grindy person ever. If you watched me try to stream playing through Ultra Moon, I think, yeah, it was through Ultra Moon. I tried to do like my playthrough live on stream. Hey, we had all those internet issues and never got the stream to work right. But one of the biggest things was the amount of time that I spent struggling because I never really learned how to play with a strategy. You know, I'd always gone into it just, I'll go and I'll grind in this grass patch for hours. That doesn't work in a live stream. What do you like about Sword and Shield and the new Pokemon and Easy Pokédex? I don't know. I really like the new Pokemon. I really, really like them. I'm still salty about National Dex. I know it's kind of almost faded, I feel, from most people's minds. But like, I haven't followed nearly as closely as I used to any of the stuff in Pokemon. I don't know. Completing the national, or not national, but completing the Pokedex in this one would have been better if the weather in the wild area was more fun to deal with. In regards to just change it more than once a day. Right? Like, if you change the weather every 2 hours or something like that, it makes it way better. Or if you just like, you know, not nearly as many Pokemon limited to a certain area with certain weather. It's like, that doesn't work. It made it way too tedious. Like, it probably was kind of their goal, is kind of they're like, oh, well, you know, you never know what Pokemon you'll see, so you gotta come back every day. Like, that's kind of the way they were advertising the wild area. But it just makes it where it's like, I want to complete the Pokedex now so much more difficult. Well, I do a playthrough of Pokemon Stadium. I would need a copy of Pokemon Stadium. I'm thinking about doing Mystery Dungeon. Someone remind me of when that comes out. Again, going back to my, I haven't followed the Pokemon like updates that closely. I think it's soon, right? But I don't know how soon. Is it like the 3rd? I think it's the 3rd. Maybe. I don't know. Tuesday seems like a weird day for games, but I also know that's a common day for releases of certain types of media. Doesn't matter what level, grinding's always good. Level 99, grind away. Despite not having left Pallet Town. Pokemon were level 80 before the 8th gym. Dude, that is insane. That is seriously some dedication right there, man. Holy crap. Oh, and the fast experience. Some people didn't like that. I can understand that. Because the actual like story in this game was ridiculously easy. As someone who usually wants to just kind of get to endgame, push me through it fast, I don't really care. Just get me to endgame because I want to shiny hunt. Like, having that mentality, like the easiness of the game wasn't too bad, but like it's on a different level when wild Pokemon are higher level than trainers you're facing. The 6th, okay. Thanks. Thank you, Indy. I knew it was like the first week of March, right? But I wasn't sure. Yo, I'm Bowen, welcome to the stream. Got a shiny G-Max Hatterum? Is it supposed to be Hatterum? A few days ago. Nice, man. Congrats. Yo, it's Joe, yo. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? You play through a game, you try to get all your Pokemon to at least level 70. Dang, dude. The way I would always do it is I would try to be double the level of the highest level wild Pokemon I had encountered up until like Gym 6, and then just blow through the game from Gym 6. Because that's usually about the point where it became too grindy. Like the leveling curve just got to be too much. I'm still gonna have to figure out what the heck's going on with this stuttering, because this is lower than 30 FPS for sure. Yeah, I don't know why. And I no longer am overheating my cap card. It's totally open air by itself. When we saw Liam's team, you were under leveled by 7. How'd that go? Match ball that thing, and then today found another one and didn't catch. Oof, man, oof. See, that's something I'd always be really concerned about, the G-Max raids and everything, is like, because you guys know me, I am stubborn. I catch everything in a Pokeball or I don't catch it. Not as good of a strategy with things that run after the first attempt. You can't double level your Pilgrim that high. You're not cheating hard enough. Gonna catch a shiny Skwovet around the 800s. I would assume we get one around then. But as a disclaimer, again, this 742 is really just kind of an estimate. I did a lot of hunting before. I had started the Skwovet before I started streaming it. Yeah, so I just kind of took a random guess, and I think we set the encounter number at like 650 or something like that a stream ago. Stats do you focus on? I guess it depends on the nature and like the base stats of the Pokemon, right? And like what you're trying to do with it. Usually a speed and attack player. I would just for like casual playthroughs. For casual playthroughs, I just focus on completing the decks. So I switch things in and out of my team as I need to evolve stuff. Usually. Like, usually the way it goes down is the starter stays on my team forever. I start kind of leveling stuff, and as things hit my, like, double the wild Pokemon level, I'll move them off the team and pull something else on, especially if they've already hit, like, their final evolution, just so I can put something else on to evolve it. and eventually something kind of gets a good move and it stays, and then by like Gym 6 it's 4 Pokemon, one of them being my starter, and then 2 open slots that are rotating. Train your Shuckle to be the fastest Shuckle that has ever shucked. Good move, man. Yeah, can never go wrong with the Shuckle. Especially a speedy Shuckle. I swore you would avenge Hop. I mean, you've either done it or you're probably gonna do it at some point. You named your Shuckle Shuck Norris. Oh my goodness. The perfect name. I love it, man. I love it. You have 10 G or level 10 G max toxicity, 4 Grimmsnarls, 5, or you have 10 G max toxicities, like 10 of them, or level 10 on like the Dynamax scale. 4 Grimmsnarls, 5 Kinglers, an Orbeetle, Charizard, Butterfree, 1 Shiny Hattern, all G max. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I haven't done many raids outside of, I did a whole bunch to get, like, good breeding Dittos, like, you know, 5 IV type Dittos and stuff. What else? Yeah, so I got the Dittos, and then I got, I think I did a couple of raids, again, also by myself still, to, like, I don't know why I'm blanking. Words are just like leaving my mind before I can say them. I did a couple because I needed to get TRs for my competitive team. Only antagonists don't keep their starters. I feel like some people drop them on occasion for like a slightly harder playthrough or something, right? Best nickname of all time, right? Trying to get your new Mega Charizard X from the red battle in Battle Tree, ran into a Snorunt, and then it called for a Glalie. The Glalie used Headbutt, and right after that, it used Protect. Oof. Murder the whole G-Max Toxicity population. Why'd you do that, man? Seems kind of rude. Don't let you nickname a Pokemon and you'll make it sound funny. Hey, it's better than me. I don't nickname like anything. Beat Shield in 2 days, nice. I think for me it ended up taking 3 to like get there. If you're counting, yeah, because I guess what, the game came out Friday. I finished it Sunday. It basically just took me a weekend to do it. Killed an ant? Why would you kill an ant? Pretty sure it's a war crime to, like, eradicate them all. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think we kind of have decided that's a no-go. Why didn't Greninja, Delphox, and Chestnut get Megas? I just noticed that. Good question. I feel like it's because starters in general kind of are liked a lot. And, you know, people are gonna kind of already favor them and have them on their team. So they probably wanted to encourage a bit more, I don't know, diversity in the Pokemon that people are choosing. Excuse me. But yeah, that also really doesn't fully pan out because Oras gave its starters Megas. Technically Greninja did as Ash Greninja. I don't know if I'd really count that though, right? Like that was, what, from the Gen 7 demo, that wasn't even in Gen 6 proper. See you later. Alright, you're heading out. See you later, Shiny Lucario. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I just noticed you said you named a Choodle Don Choodle. I love it as well. The pun names. Jack Ben, what's going on, man? How's it going? It's going well. It's been a while. It has been a little bit. Didn't stream last week. Just got busy with stuff. So I'm picking up today. Wasn't going to start yesterday, but had a birthday dinner with family and everything. But good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hopefully the streams start picking up and staying at a bit more reasonable of a pace. Got Sword and Shield on Christmas. Nice. I got Link's Awakening on Christmas, so that's like really where you saw like my level of playing Pokemon dip was when I started playing Link's Awakening. Haven't quite finished it, but I'm close. I think. Not actually sure. I think I'm close though. I don't know, the current dungeon that I'm in is kind of difficult. Makes sense, it's one of the end ones. So I'm slowly playing through that. Are you the only person who thinks Charizard is overused? Not in the slightest. The whole community agrees with you, I would say. Gonna head out. Alright, see you later, Splash. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope to see you again soon. You got 2 Shiny Charmanders, one yesterday and one on Valentine's Day. I guess it's overused. Scratch that. It's too popular. I mean, yeah, that's really what it comes down to. It is popular. It's a popular Pokemon, and it's a Pokemon that Game Freak also seems to really like its popularity and continuously kind of banks on it. You know, nothing against them for doing that. From my perspective, at least, nothing really against them for doing that. You know, it makes sense business-wise. Hey, people like this one. We also should embrace it. Like, it makes sense for them. But I do kind of see the point of other people being like, well, I think the big thing, I think the thing that really pushed it over the edge was Dexit removing so many Pokemon, but then Charizard being the only starter to stay in and be accessible from day one of the game. And on top of that, it got a G-Max form. And was like the key Pokemon on Leon's team. Like, I can see where people are kind of like, we have other Pokemon here. We don't need to give this one the favoritism. Imagine the Blipbug was shiny? Yeah. That would have been great. That would have been pretty nice. So here's a question. I don't know how many people here would really know an answer to it. But so Furret Turret was like the place to go for all, like, you know, high resolution shiny like assets and stuff, like for putting in a thumbnail, or not really a thumbnail, but like for putting in like a next and previous and all that good stuff down in like a stream layout. They, I think, stopped, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they couldn't They couldn't keep up their website. Unfortunate for them. And like for everyone. That, you know, they no longer are able to run their servers and stuff. Is there someone else doing that now? Or do we just kind of not have high-res GIFs of the Gen 8 models? Do I want to do a quick battle? Right now I'm really feeling the shiny hunting. I should actually schedule a day or something to do like battles against everyone on stream because I have the ability to with my actual competitive team now. So that's something I'll do in the future. Also need to do raids with you guys. I know that's something that as soon as they got announced, I was like, I can do those with people on stream. That'll be awesome. And then I didn't. So that's something I need to do. Let's get that working. Imagine Dynamax Mega Rayquaza holding a Z move. What if it was legal? What stats would that even have? They'd be insane, right? Especially since, apparently, at least for everything I saw way back, I don't know if people have realized any different or not, but like, Dynamax is better than Gmax. What do you think the next evolution is going to be? I don't know, because here's part of it. People keep speculating on what it would be. But I feel like we've been saying, oh, this is the gen that we get it for, like, I guess really only 2 gens now, but like, they haven't really, they've been, I remember this being a criticism I saw a little while back, was like, it seems like Game Freak and the Pokemon Company have lost kind of some of the, like, have forgotten some of the reasoning behind Eevee. Like, it feels like Eevee is turning into a Pikachu. Or, like, Eevee is the staple Pokemon. And it just happens to evolve. Which is really weird for a Pokemon that is named to be in line with evolution. And has the largest evolution tree of all Pokemon. So it feels weird for them not to, but it really what it's going to be, or what it's probably going to come down to, is when do we add in a gen that has another evolution mechanic. Maybe a Poison Eevee. I feel like that's probably one of the more likely ones. Because, like, it feels different from the ones we have, for the most part. I mean, granted, any new type would be different from the ones we have. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it would be, but I feel like what we're either going to have is a new type entirely, which that's another question in and of itself, is what could we even have as a new type? Or we'd need a new, like, I feel like we're going to need a new type, or we're going to need, like, some vastly different method of evolving Pokemon as a singular Pokemon. No, it'll not be a fire type. That's true. I think Joe is onto something there. It won't be a fire type. Catch every Alchemy version out there and shiny forms. I want to. I legitimately want to. But, like, that's a lot, and I can't even find a single shiny Skwovet. So I'm a little ways away from that. I would unfortunately have to say. What about every Spindaform? How many different subscriptions to Pokemon Bank would I need for that? because I'm pretty sure it's a lot. I just can't imagine, like at the beginning, it'd be pretty quick. I mean, pretty much almost every spin that you see, you could catch. If you're ignoring shinies, you could catch pretty much every Spinda that you encounter for a while, and you would be okay. But then it would start to get, like, exponentially slower every time you have to find a new form. And imagine, like, you would pretty much still have to just continue catching every single one of them, and just kind of cross your fingers that they were the same. Sorry, I'm probably making a really loud noise. But yeah, you would have to, like, catch every single one of them and then go back and manually compare each of them to be like, aha, these are different. That would be crazy. You need 69 accounts for Pokemon Bank? Are you just saying that because it's a meme number, or is that, like, legit? Take up your whole life? It would take up more than your whole life, right? Like, even assuming you're able to catch, like, 2 a minute, I think it would, like, legitimately take up your entire life, right? I gotta convince my body to stop yawning as soon as I get on stream. It's like, that's just what happens. Anyone who's been on the streams for long enough knows that's just what happens. Like, I was feeling fine before the stream, I'll feel fine after the stream. It's just during it that I suddenly get sleepy. It makes no sense. What, he's at 69? I figured that's what you were trying to get to happen. Your boy Caterpie. I'm gonna come across the shiny Caterpie before I find this Skwovet. I can almost guarantee it. If Let's Go is anything to go off of, the number of shiny Caterpies I have in my copy of Let's Go Pikachu, way more than I need for a living National Dex, or living, I guess, Kanto Dex in that case. Yo, what's going on, Cardi? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Taco sombrero, that would protect you from the sun, and then you would still have a snack when you get hungry. I feel like it's a really good idea. I mean, like, even wearing it out in the sun, keep it all warm. Accidentally kill the Skwovet. Yeah, I'm not even gonna, like, attack it. I'm just gonna throw Pokeballs. The biggest concern would be running away from it. Which would also be, is not a fun thing to imagine, but it could happen. I don't want it to. But it's not an impossibility, unfortunately. Yeah, fortunately we haven't had many shiny fails on stream, like, knock on wood, but, like, the only ones we've had so far haven't been, like, bad ones. It feels weird to be, like, saying that there are, like, almost be saying that there are good shiny fails. Which I would say these aren't good, but they were, like, if they're gonna happen, I'd prefer it be these ones. It was like a uncatchable shiny Zigzagoon in Emerald, which was a-okay because we were starter hunting, and in Emerald, getting that uncatchable shiny wild Pokemon's a good thing because it means you're close. What else? Crit hit a couple Poochyenas and one hit him. Also an Emerald, but again, Emerald, so busted RNG, so it was fine. Remember in Pokemon Sun you got a shiny Caterpie, then a Pick-a-Pet came out, then another shiny Caterpie came, and about 13 encounters later a shiny Pick-a-Pet came. It's only trying to EV train in HP with Caterpie. Nice, man. That's impressive, though. Yeah, I feel like combining, they pretty much did it this time around, too. Combining the EV training method with the shiny hunting method kind of lends itself to competitive players getting a couple shinies here and there. New Spinda's pattern was based on his personality value, but didn't know the value was a 32-bit number. Yup. Yep. It puts shiny odds to shame. Yeah, and it's like it's insane. Yeah, because I remember someone did the math about it. It was like John Stone, probably. If it's a hypothetical on how long it would take to catch an absurd level of like specificity about Pokemon, or just a massive amount of Pokemon, John Stone's one who did the video on it. Yeah, he like broke down the math, and it was ridiculous. Trying to get a shiny Trico once, and your brain has fallen asleep, and you accidentally reset on it. Only realized after the reset. Ah, man. Yeah, that happens. That autopilot that you just go into is brutal sometimes. I always get really nervous that it's happening to me. It's a bit harder on hunts like this, because like a hunt like this, I have to find the Skwovet, then run over to the Skwovet and encounter it. So the one thing that would be bad is if I don't check if it's a shiny or not before like going back to talking to everyone, because then I do kind of go on autopilot to go up AA and like make sure that I've quit the encounter and run away, which would be horrible if like I did that and then looked up and saw it was a shiny. I feel like that's the biggest threat this time, is there's a smaller window for it to happen in, because basically as soon as you encounter it you see it and you would know. Compared to like soft resetting, because soft resetting is just doing the exact same motion over and over and over again. To the point that I don't even know if I've done encounters, but like done the counter for encounters. But that's just part of autopilot, is I've done the counter for the encounters. SOS, I think people had that issue with too, but I don't know. Soft resets are really the only one that I am nervous about going on autopilot with. Wish Leavanny was in Sword and Shield. I guess you never know. They could expand the decks with the expansion passes. Which also, I've already asked about. It just goes to show how much me, someone who like is in the community and playing Pokemon on stream, knows. What day? When did the expansions come out? I know one comes out what, like summer, and then one comes out in fall, or is it spring and fall, or what is it with those? I know there's two, and I know they come out multiple months apart. Do we have dates on those? I mean, Mystery Dungeon DX is happening like this, like within a month, and then a couple months later we get the expansion, if I'm not mistaken. Because again, that direct was really screwy. Something got messed up bad with it. Yeah, something was screwy with it. I didn't get a lot of information out of it. feels like more people did than other people did more than I did. Yo, Fruit Boom, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Once tried to catch a Pikachu in Emerald and accidentally ran away on a shiny Oddish. No, I mean, if you're trying to find that Pikachu, I've done that. Not on a shiny, admittedly. I've done that in a sense of, like, trying to just find the Pokemon I wanted to SOS chain. It was like a 5% encounter or a 1% encounter or something. I was like, I gotta find it. Then I'd find it and I'd like start my SOS chain, and then I'd go back to my autopilot of finding the Pokemon and just leave the battle, which was always awful. June 2020, that's all it says. Okay, so we don't have a like solid date on it yet. Gotcha. First one's June something, yeah, and the next one's in fall. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Again, you can see how informed I am on stuff. How's Manaphy going? Good question. However Manaphy was last time I streamed it. I haven't touched Manaphy since then. That hunt, oddly, from how brutal, like everyone online says, oh my god, hunting Manaphy is ridiculous because you have to like play through Ranger 100 times or whatever. That's the easy part. That is so much the easy part. It's such a slow hunt. That is a hunt that I would really like. I would be really tempted to like, you know, use like a task kind of system essentially and just like have it where it can do all that on its own. But that would be horrible. Absolutely horrible to write. Like, I mean, I guess it would make it better, but it would be horrible to write that, and then you'd still do all the trading. And I would also feel like it's cheating. I don't know. It's one of those things. I've seen people do it with soft resets for Legends before, and it's really cool, and I like the idea as someone who, like, does robotic stuff, like, on the side. Like, I used to do robotics in high school and mentor a team and all this stuff. Like, I love the idea of doing this automation stuff. At what point is it cheating? Right? Like, it's not really cheating, but it's not the same as having soft reset for it yourself. Right? Like, you can just, like, hit a button and let it do the motors and click buttons on my 3DS while I go off to work and come back and lo and behold, there's a shiny. Does that count? I would say no. It's one with the egg and all that, right? Yeah, so like, you have to get, the Manaphy is only in an egg that you can get from, Manaphy is only in an egg that you can get from Ranger, but you can only get one copy of that egg per Ranger cartridge, not per save, unless you, like, manage to corrupt all the save file data on the cartridge, in which case it just repopulates, but that takes, like, risking breaking a DS, I think. I don't even know if then it would work. I don't know. You really can't, like, it is basically permanently removed the egg from the cartridge. So you have to play through Ranger 10 times on different Ranger cartridges. It, like, you would think that, man, that's the hard part. No. It's the fact that, like, you do... Like, what did the math end up working out to, guys? For anyone that remembers. We only did like 20 encounters a stream or something, right? Because you can only do, because I had 10 eggs. And yeah, that's basically what it was, is you could hatch all the eggs and trade them over like 10 times. Or like, you know, twice or something like that in a stream. It was ridiculous how slow the encounters were, and how slow the trading was. So, like, add on top of that the fact that it's 1 in 8192 full odds. That was crazy. 2 shiny legendaries, awesome, Fruit Boom. We have a shiny Rowlet for trade. I don't actually have any shiny Pokemon that I'm able to trade at the moment. Don't want to raise your Pokemon Ranger Shiny Manaphy's experience since you got it from that game. It's an Ultra Sun safe and sound. It's like 5 hatches in like an hour. Something like that. Yeah, because I only did like... Yeah, I only did like an hour... Or did I do 2-hour streams with Manaphy? I don't know if I handled 2-hour streams with Manaphy. I'm gonna be honest, I spent all that time setting up that hunt and building the layout and trying to get everything good. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be like the stream that everyone was like, holy crap, someone's hunting a Manaphy and tune into, and then it was like, because I changed the thumbnail, no one showed up. I got really demotivated from that. I was like, never mind. And then the fact that it was one of those things where like, unless there were, shiny hunting can be a really catch-22 type situation when streaming it. Because you kind of end up in this situation where it's like, you know, the chat can be really fun if there are people there, so then you stick around and there are more people there and it gets more fun, but the opposite can happen too. Where like, if people start leaving the chat, then it's like, well, what do we talk about? Because the game's kind of pretty repetitive, if I'm being honest. You're not watching to see if I improve in my skills. My skills are kind of maxed out for running into Pokemon and running away from them. So, like, it's compounded by the fact that, yeah, it was, like, an average of an encounter every 10 minutes or something. Something super slow. So, like, no one would stick around, and they would pop back in, see the encounters, and leave. And so, like, okay. So, yeah, that kind of, like, really deflated my motivation to continue hunting that one on stream. But, I don't know. I might hunt it off stream with, like, just recording it or something in case I get it. I feel like that's one of the ones that like really does need some level of like legitimacy in terms of recording it and posting it and stuff. But I'd have to rebuild that whole layout right now anyway. Ian, Shiny Hunts first, Shiny can be in Gen 4. Good lord. Shiny hunting is pure skill, this is true. This is true. Only the most skilled people can find shinies. Like, competitive's just competitive's total RNG. Shiny hunting's where the real skill's at. 3 boxes full of Ralts trying to hatch a shiny Ralt, still can't find one. It can take time, man. It can take some time. For some reason, for me especially, the like egg hatching hunts were the hardest. Like, either they went really, really quickly and I found like 3 shinies in a day from it, or I didn't find a shiny for months. There was no in between, ever. Ridiculous. Pure patience. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Like, no meme there. Yeah, it's... You just gotta be patient. So that's why I do think... I know, like, there are some people who, you know, hate the idea that shiny hunting is easier and all this stuff, you know, compared to Gen 4 when it was always this hard, or Gen 3 or Gen 2 when it was always this hard. And, like, I totally respect, I have the utmost respect for people who do full odds hunts and stuff. I just think, I appreciate, as someone who really dislikes efficiency when I'm doing stuff, having the methods helps there. But I also think it's a way to, like, prepare yourself for a longer hunt. I wouldn't have been able to do the, like, what was it, like, 9,300 encounters I think I did for Trico. I think, yeah, I got, like, right on 9,300 for Trico. I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't spent months shiny hunting with SOS method. Like, I knew I wanted the shiny, I knew it would be worth it, I was ready to do it, I had done way more time in terms of hunting before that already. It was just not hunting that I had done for a single Pokemon. There had been rewards in the middle of it up until then, but like, I knew I could do it, I knew I had the patience. If I had tried that hunt before SOS hunting, I would have been able to do it. What's my thoughts on Netherite? What about, is that one of the new blocks in the Nether? Oh yeah, that's that stronger than Diamond one, right? I haven't played the snapshots yet. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that, like, there's finally something better than Diamond. Because, like, if you get lucky, you can have Diamond in, like, 10 minutes of playing. Like, you can already be best of the best, aside from a little bit of a, like, enchantment. What happened to Mario Maker? I just haven't played it. I need to go back and play it. The last video I tried to make, what happened was I kept trying to like start a recording on one and like kept just getting soft lock. And it was already just like a rough day, I think, and I was like, I'm gonna play Mario to make myself feel better. And that's not how Mario goes a lot of the time. Especially when you're trying to record Mario. It's like, it just didn't going, I'm not in a fantastic mood, let's cheer myself up with Mario Maker, like, expert, endless challenge. Like, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. I need to find some more stuff to do with Mario Maker, though, because I enjoy playing it. Platforming games are so much fun. I know you guys actually really enjoyed that content when I made it for, I think, like 2 weeks or something. I really do want to do it. I would love to get back into it and do some more of it, but I need to actually, like, actually find something that I enjoy recording in Mario Maker. I think my problem with, especially Mario games, or really any kind of platformer, is I don't really talk while playing it. I just play it. And that's much less fun. For you guys at least, that's way less fun. Yo, Mexican Trek, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. It only upgrades diamond. Yeah, no, I really think that's kind of cool. I think it's cool to actually have, like, stronger armor and stuff at this point. Yeah, we're good. Get him back into the swing of things with Skwovet. Meet again, Owlman. He's a purple Owlman now. He's gotten a promotion. There are no Skwovets. What the heck? Let's see if this is a Skwovet or not. It is! Hey! Not the right Skwovet, though. There we go. There we go. Actually getting some Skwovets now in the overworld. Miss your Rowlet buddies. Yeah, I'm trying to think where they are right now. Or where they would be. Because I don't even know if some of them are still Rowlet buddies. I don't know, it's been a while since I've streamed. It's been a while since I've seen some of them. Like, I haven't seen Saito in a while. Hey, there's one of them. There's Mel. Yes, I think the only other one... Yeah, so I don't know where Saito would be, and then Cinder probably has work. That's probably what's going on there. And spray painting a GameCube controller second coat last night. Nice, what color are you making it? Hybrid buddy. Ah, yeah, I guess Mel is the special Rowlet buddy. Also being a wrench person. Mario Maker Mondays were the bomb. Dude, like I said, I really did enjoy them. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's something where I don't have as much to talk about with Mario, just because, I don't know. I feel like I'm probably just comparing myself. I'm, like, setting too high of a bar, probably. But I just get really quiet. No, there's no chance for Smash Saturday after the bridge incident. Yeah, the bridge incident. Also the incident where, again, shamefully, I, like, put those stress marks on the top of my Pro Controller. Yeah. Yeah, Smash is not something that would ever be regular or even special content on this channel. I just... Nah, could not handle Smash. I would love, another thing I would love to stream. VR stuff. Beat Saber or Racing Sim stuff. But, for one, Racing Sim, I'm still just trying to figure out how to drive those cars right in a sim. It's so different compared to real life. Because despite like the VR headset and the wheel and the pedals and all that stuff, I use so much of how the seat is in my car to determine what I need to do. That does not work in a game where I'm still sitting in this chair, not moving. and all I have to go off of is the wheel. It's better than a controller. It's better than a wheel that doesn't have feedback, but some of those finer details. So I'm still getting comfortable with that. Once I get good enough with that to feel comfortable showing the world my abilities, I'll consider doing that. Beat Saber I want to, but the problem is I am a tall boy, and I don't have a way to mount a camera high enough to record myself while playing. Metallic Blue. Cool, man. Cool. Plays Bayonetta on Wednesday. I need to play Bayonetta. I've never played it. I also have a massive backlog of Switch games I should probably play. And Steam games. But I just keep getting more. Slowly but surely. I've been trying to go through some of my Steam games recently and, like, finish up the achievement lists in them. I was able to finish up Absolute Drift. I'd always been, like, 2 achievements off on that. And they were just, like, achievements I didn't really know how to get. And I thought would just take too long, but I was able to just knock them out pretty quick. But the game that I'm almost ashamed to have played as much as I have recently is on my, like, brand new gaming PC. I've been playing Adventure Capitalist. Like, the little clicker game. Just because it actually has, like, achievements in it. Most of them are just play longer and you'll eventually get them. But, like, there are achievements in it. And they take so long. But I'm over halfway there. If you can choose 3 of any starter Pokemon to be the Pokemon to start with, what would they be? 3 Rowlets. All Rowlets. All the time. Always the answer is more Rowlets. Alright, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream kind of soon. We've been going for, like, about an hour 15. I'll go to 8:25 on encounters. We're on 8:19 right now. And hopefully, I'll have to go ahead and schedule a stream for Sunday to force myself to make that day the day I stream. But yeah, we'll do a stream. We'll have to do another stream sometime soon. For sure. I really want to get back into, like, an actual schedule of some sort. Because A, I want to be able to force myself to shiny hunt a little bit more. Because I always feel like I want to, and then I'm just too lazy to get up and grab my Switch. So I want to be able to shiny hunt some more. And doing a stream will make it where I'm like, I'm going to shiny hunt some more. Yo, Juan! Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. You're gonna go to sleep. Your roommate and you and I are seeing Sonic tomorrow. Alright, see you later, Juan. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for a year of the member support. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for being so awesome all the time. And enjoy Sonic, man. I feel like I had a train of thought going, but I lost it. I was saying, I think like I need to set up a stream schedule. And I don't know how hard of a schedule I'd set up, but I need to, like, at least set another stream time. To, like, force myself to actually stream. Because, like, I enjoy it when I do it, but also if I'm not already planning on streaming, I just kind of like, nah, I can do something else. This is my procrastination showing through. So while I'm motivated, I need to go ahead and, like, set the next time. Favorite Pokemon remake? Like, what's my favorite Pokemon remake? I would probably say Oras, because Gen 3 is my favorite gen, and Hoenn's my favorite region. So, any Hoenn games. Any Hoenn game would be my favorite game. Who? Who is my favorite Pokemon remake? Well, what do you mean by who there? Alright, we got one more encounter for the night, guys. Let's see if we can pull this off, if we can get ourselves a shiny on the last encounter. It has happened before. I have extended streams by like hours, or not hours, but like a solid 20 plus minutes because like we found the shiny and it just wouldn't catch. I think Latios might have been one of those. Raikou might have been one as well. I think what happened with the Raikou, I know Raikou and Suicune, I think maybe both, were like streams I cut short because I was sick, but then ended up streaming like almost as long as I normally would because they just wouldn't catch, and I found them on the last encounter. But alright guys, we didn't find ourselves a shiny Skwovet today. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. A big thank you again to Juan for the super chat. Yeah. I will go ahead and I will be scheduling the next stream immediately after this one, setting a time. Not sure when. Maybe it'll even be tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for everyone for stopping by, tuning in. Hopefully the next one's a bit longer. I was just getting back into it after 2 weeks and not I'm a bit rusty. Mike, good to see you for a second, man. Sorry, I'm wrapping up for the night. But hopefully I'll be able to see you soon. But yeah. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, and I will see you all next time.